wife, three little kids, lovely little children are in a rooming house with their mother, and mother is right now in welfare. How do I go about helping that family?
The interesting thing about your question is nothing was done to prevent that problem. Problem gambling is entirely preventable if casinos want to. They do not want to. If he had a loyalty program card, they would have monitored every day he came, how much he bet, how much he lost, and watched his accumulative losses over time. They could have intervened when his losses were manageable. They could have come to him when he lost $25,000 and talked him out of it or helped him to withdraw himself. I have seen cases where people have lost over $10 million and nobody has intervened. So we do not do anything to prevent problems. We should do that.
How much money of what casino rakes in should be used in order to have intervention, to have assistance, and to help families get out of the loophole, which is, you know, the addiction of gambling?
You're going to love my answer. Zero. The way to prevent is to introduce regulation that will stop problems. No money has to be spent. Money will be forfeited because you're not going to be getting all that money from problem gamblers, but regulation will stop problem gambling from starting.
But if you stop somebody, which is like you can monitor somebody up in Aurelia, you can monitor, the same thing does not happen in Niagara Falls, and the same thing does not happen if there's one in Woodbine. The guy will just shift from one to another area.
If all Ontario casinos have the same set of regulations and they monitor their players, as they do now, if you have a Winner's Circle loyalty card at an OLG facility in my area, in Mohawk, it's the same loyalty program as Ottawa. They know where you are and how much you're gambling. We need a single loyalty program for all casinos, and we need to monitor and we need to intervene before problems get serious.
What about educational programs?
Waste of time. The casinos are so constructed that they completely negate any educational messages. They have all kinds of characteristics that take people away from applying the education that you've given them. They undermine education and they defeat it.
Don't you think it'd be worthwhile for us to educate kids in high school and in grade school and say, look, gamble with responsibility. This is what can happen to you.
It wouldn't be my first priority. My first priority would be to make gambling safer by stopping the kinds of characteristics of casinos that cause problems. Education would be nice, but it's nowhere near the top priority.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Councillor Karygiannis. Councillor Mihevc.
Yes, thank you very much. Do you have any over here?
Okay.
Thank you. I think I remember you from last time as well.
I looked a little younger.
Yes, it kind of feels a little bit like Groundhog Day. Do you have any